Welcome to Energy Linguist, a sacred space for awakening souls ready to receive divine transmissions and the raw truth that sets them free. I am Laura Ahern, a spiritual channel and energy translator here to bring through messages from highest guidance to help you hear your inner knowing, reclaim who you are beneath the noise, and live from the truth within. Take a breath. You've found the space where remembering begins. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Energy Linguist Podcast. I am your host, Laura Ahern, the Energy Linguist, and it is my honor to be here with you today to both channel and decipher these divine transmissions. Currently, we are under a cycle in the collective that divinity wants me to talk to you about. There's a cycle unfolding that is preventing us from living the life we truly desire. And not just desire, it's actually the life that your soul came here to journey into the fulfillment of, to rise into the experiencing of. And so it's imperative that you come into the fulfillment of your own soul's calling while you're still here on this planet. This collective cycle that is unfolding right now is a cycle of overstimulation, of overwhelm, of so many different things on our minds grabbing our attention that we simply cannot anchor into our own vision for our lives. We don't even have a moment of our own bandwidth to really know what that vibration of desire feels like. So instead of having this connection and clarity on what we truly desire, we are allowing our lives to be stolen by being in the reactivity of the vibrational chaos of the external world. So today, divinity is inviting you to anchor back into your own truth, to be honest with yourself about what you truly desire in order to start propelling you in that direction of your magnetic future, of the soul's calling, the fulfillment you came here to experience. In order to unveil our deepest desires, the thing that we are yearning to experience in this material world during this soul's journey, we must feel safe and valuable. Our deepest desires, the ones that are vulnerably and uniquely us, exist within the vibration of our sacral power. And when we are contracted around feeling safe in the world or valuable, we choke off its flow. In fact, one of the greatest unseen benefits that my students experience when going through my transformational programs is the ability to be safe within themselves, to be free to be themselves, vulnerably themselves, uniquely themselves, in a world that often feels chaotic and dangerous. The reason that inner transformational work is so invaluable with the igniting and inviting of this sacral power is because feeling both safe and valuable does not come from our outside world alone. In fact, our outside world is reflecting to us that which we are holding internally. And so if we are holding a vibration of feeling unsafe or unworthy, we are going to experience that within our external world. And so today, I want to explore what has caused the shrinking of this sacral energy. Why it is so hard to know what we truly desire, and a deeper vibrational understanding that will help you free this sacral energy. The idea that the outside world holds our safety and success is the misguided and inaccurate concept that causes us to shrink our unique calling, our unique vision, and the ways in which we are different. Many of us have grown up in societies that hyper-valued external measurings of success. Things like academics, titles, status, money, structures. We have been told that it's important to constantly evaluate ourselves and measure ourselves against these material things. So most of us have grown up constantly evaluating and asking ourselves, how do I measure up to others? Where am I on this line marker compared to others? Why am I not good enough to have already attained this title, this home, this status? And in this way, we dilute the things that are truly valuable within our being. We dilute our unique and personal experience of our soul's journey. And we dilute the unique different being that exists within us that is meant to be shared with the world. And I want to pause here to say this. It can be hard from this place of not knowing what we desire or not understanding and fully embodying our invaluable nature to agree with or believe that we actually have a difference to make in this world. And today I am here to remind you that you absolutely have a difference to make in the world. And you make this difference by being willing to be the unique being that you are. Many big thinkers over the course of history were not just repressed, but condemned, punished, even put to death for dreaming as big as they did. And if they were not willing to carry that burden of their differentness, our world would not be what it is today. And I'm sure you know many that might be coming to your mind when I say this. There's a light within you that is meant to shine so that the world can see itself differently. We don't need to continue to see the world in the density and the darkness that exists in it. We need independent thinkers, unique souls that are willing to be what they are so that new solutions, resolutions, resourcefulness rises within our world so that we can all become what we're meant to be. And so I'm here to remind you that your life, your unique vibration, your soul's calling is no small thing. It is everything to everyone. Because we are a collective whole. We are not separate beings. And we all need each other to rise. Unfortunately, the ways in which we were raised and experienced the external world caused us to do things like hide our mistakes that we think we've made, to pretend like we're perfect, to seek an image or titles or status or certain homes or friends that we hope will make us feel successful or good enough. Many of us are looking to the external world for our significance, and it is eating our soul alive. Many of us in that experience will feel so unworthy even when we are in the experience of all of those measurable outcomes, which is actually the most terrifying place to be sometimes. Because life and the question of our journey isn't whether or not we will be successful. The real concern is whether or not we will be successful and be unfulfilled. And so today is your invitation, no matter where you are in this path, to know that at any point in your journey, it is not too late to come back into the core of what you desire and create your life from that place. Because I promise you, no effort is ever lost. You may feel that maybe you've been on a wrong path. You may feel as if you've wasted time, but that lie only continues to keep you trapped in a cycle of wasting time, of allowing the deceiver to steal your life from you. And so today you can choose, no matter where you stand, to come back into this connection, to identify what you truly desire so that you can rise to having a life that feels full of fulfillment and joy. Because otherwise, we show up wearing this mask where we are either screaming beneath it to be seen or desperately hoping that we are never seen. And whether we want to be seen or don't want to be seen is irrelevant. Both of those experiences are simply speaking to the fact that fear is in the way, that there is a doubt there that has caused us to hide this unique way in which we see the world, this unique way in which you desire to experience the world. And that dream, that ember of that flame, can be lit to come into its fulfillment so that you can truly live out the way that you desire to experience the world. What makes knowing what we truly desire extraordinarily difficult is that it has been buried under what we've been told matters. Maybe it's money. Maybe in your life, the actions of your parents conveyed that money mattered more than you. Or maybe it's status. Maybe you've witnessed others in your life sacrifice their own well-being. Or maybe they sacrificed relationships like that with a spouse or their children to obtain something material or to obtain a title. And honestly, it could be this personal or even less personal, because the truth is we have been raised in a world that we have been watching the masses behave in this way. We've lived in a world in which we've been punished for not fitting the mold, for not getting the good grades, for not measuring up. And the worst punishment of all is the belief that the external measuring tools determine our worth, because then the internal state of our being is where the punishment happens, where you've likely been punishing yourself for not measuring up to those external measuring tools that the world has presented you. And so today is the day you get to challenge that belief, to choose that those things do not matter more than what you know inside of yourself, that internal calling that is attempting to rise in your life through all of the discomforts that you are experiencing. I want you to understand that all along, unknowingly, the rest of the world has been attempting to beat out of us our most precious and valuable asset. That is our unique gift, the differentness of us. It doesn't want us to see the world different. It wants us to conform. And so today you get to choose whether you conform and stay in your suffering, or whether you're going to choose to start allowing yourself, give yourself permission to see the world differently. Your unique gifts, the different way you see and experience the world internally, in your mind, in your emotions, in your inner knowing of your spirit, these are the things that will bring you the most success and abundance in your life. And in fact, they are going to bring you the most status, money, safety, ironically, right? Because you're not seeking those things. They just happen to be side effects of what happens when we come into the embodiment of our own unique calling. And so how do you discover what your unique gift is? The answer is you must look to what you desire. First, you must take inventory of what you desire to sort out what is yours and what isn't. Then give yourself permission to fully love what you love, to know that you desire it because it's calling you. What you seek is seeking you for a reason you cannot yet fully conceive. And to help you sort this out, I want to share with you the truth at the vibrational core of the word desire and want, because it's really important to determine between the two and to be intentional with the words you're using as you begin to cultivate and manifest the future that you are seeking. For many of you who are with me on a previous podcast, you may remember that we talked about the etymology of the word desire, that it comes from the Latin that means of the stars. It really is at its vibrational core indicating that your desires come from the stars, that you are being drawn by a cosmic calling that is bigger than you, bigger than what you seem to think you are. When it comes to the word want, it's a completely different vibration. And you may even hear it when I say the word and feel like the density that exists underneath it. The word want comes from this Old Norse word vanta, meaning to be lacking or to be deficient. And it's important for us to understand the vibration of that word, because when we say, I want, we're typically using it in a way that says, I feel as if I'm lacking this. I feel as if I am scarce of this. It is an absence. It is a deficiency. And when we misuse the word or lack awareness around the use of the word, we may be unintentionally, unconsciously focusing on how we really feel, which is in scarcity and lack of what we desire. When we are feeling that scarcity, it's typically because we don't feel we are worthy of what we desire. We don't feel we are safe to desire what we desire. And a lot of that comes from all of that feedback that we've experienced in these constructs of the external world that we've talked about throughout this podcast. And so my invitation and challenge for you today is to start to watch your language in a way that helps you to pay attention to whether you're saying you want something or you desire something. When you are positioning it as a want, inquire a little more deeply to say, what is it I feel I don't have? In what ways do I feel that I don't deserve this? In what ways am I maybe afraid that I do deserve this? And it's just so big that it could create loss in my life. I might have to outgrow people I love. I might have to move beyond a job I'm in. I might have to move out of a state I'm in, right? There's all of these different reasons that we contract. And a lot of the times it could be because we have self-doubt, but it could also be because we actually don't doubt ourselves. We know of our success. We know of how big that will be. And we also know that it means there's loss and release involved. The truth of the matter is that there is always a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth as we evolve throughout our lives. This isn't just one cycle of a lifetime. You have micro births, deaths, and rebirths your whole life long. And some of them are big moments, and other times it could be on a week to week, a day to day, where we're releasing and shedding old layers of ourselves so that we can come into this new, fullest, more pure, and vital embodiment of what we truly are. And so today, I want you to remember that your desire is a cosmic longing. It's your aligned destiny. And you don't have to want it. You are it. You don't have to come from lack of this absence or deficiency or feel like it's missing from you. It's not. The only reason you have felt that it was missing up until now is because in the constructs and boxes of the rest of the external world, it can't live and survive within that environment. It needs an environment where it is safe to be nurtured and grow into its fullest potential. And the good news is that environment is not external. The place where it will be nurtured and grow to its fullest potential, is an internal environment. It's your internal environment. And your journey into the fulfillment of what is calling you starts right now with a choice to be honest about what you truly desire, to take inventory, to know that you not only deserve it, but you are it, and that it's been waiting for you all along. Thank you so much for being here on this episode of Energy Linguist podcast. It is an absolute honor, and I cannot wait to be with you again for the next episode. Namaste. Thank you for being here, for listening with your heart, and for opening to the truth meant just for you. If this transmission resonated, I invite you to visit lauraahern.com for free resources and sacred support to help you accelerate your awakening and walk your path with more power, trust, and grace. Until next time, trust what you feel, honor what you know, and believe in your power to create something greater than you've ever imagined.